Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1818 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I transitioned originally in 2017 from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business, and back and forth, with the pandemic and everything, and probably back and forth until I decided I'm tired and I don't want to do business or show up in the world anymore, except for with my family, because I think that all of us, no matter what you're doing, ought to have an online presence, personal branding and things, as well as have our job or our career or multiple streams of income. We talk about that a lot. So today I'm having some content creation struggles in that Facebook Live, which is where I love to record because it's fast, easy. I can use my phone. I can do it from anywhere. Has decided that they're not focusing on Facebook Live anymore. Don't know how I missed it, probably because I don't pay attention to what's going on in social media very much, except for how I can use it to positively make the world a better place, hopefully, and have an impact. Well, you can't download your videos anymore, so it's not possible for me to make them and share them. Now I'm going to continue probably to make my videos here because I've already started an annual challenge for 2023, and I'm doing it on a Facebook page. So as long as Facebook will allow me to do that and make my reels and share it on that page, I'll be here doing that. But I need to find some kind of another platform and way to share the content that I'm creating with different platforms. YouTube, I haven't posted anything on my podcast for this is the fourth day now, and to me that's not okay, because that's where I reach a lot of people, is via my podcast, and my Libsyn software allows me to share that in I think 20 places or so, maybe more. So I need to find a way to get the audio out of my videos so that I can continue to share content. Anyway, problems for another day. Today we talked about in Supersize Your Business, we used the idiom and the expression, make hay while the sun shines. Well, this means to, of course, make things and set things up for your advantage. Make and take advantage of things that are going your way. I had told a story about when I was a kid and we used to hay with the neighbor kids, and where I learned a lot about hard work, helping other people. And as a kid, my dad made sure we all knew how to work hard. So make hay while the sun shines means, how do we apply this to our business? Do more of what's working. So many businesses, me included, I'm guilty of this. I'll do something once, it'll get good results, and then I never do it again. And I wish I wasn't guilty of it, but I definitely have been guilty of that in the past. And we need to remember in our life and in our businesses, we need to focus on build on our strengths. And even though the world tells us, you got to fix this, you got to improve this, the truth is, there's stuff that we don't care about and we're never going to improve. We're never going to be something that we're not wanting to be, or that doesn't feel right for us. So we could pretend that there's something wrong with us and try to fix things for the rest of our life, which I've spent periods of time doing that, and it didn't feel very good and it wasn't very successful, versus focusing on our core values, what's important to us, and building on those things and those strengths, what we are here to do and share with the world, not what anyone else thinks we're here to do and share with the world. So building on our strengths, doing more of what works. I just talked about that briefly. Modeling other industries. One of my corporate secrets to success, to be honest, was learning from different industries and applying lessons that I learned in one industry to another industry when I was working in that industry. Because the vast majority of businesses and industries and individuals and people don't go from one industry to the next to the next. They stay in a career or a job or similar jobs their entire life. Think of an accountant. You go to school, you become an accountant, you get your CPA, and then you are usually a CPA or a lawyer or a doctor or whatever the majority of your life and career. I'm an engineer and it was in manufacturing for most of my corporate career. Manufacturing management and leadership and processes and systems and quality. But I was in quality in different organizations across different industries for my corporate career. And that secretly was a huge advantage to me, because I took things that I learned in my first corporate job, and the lessons I'd learned there were now skills and abilities that I could apply in my next job and my next job. And it made my career go very, very fast compared to a lot of people, especially for a woman in a very male dominated type field. So that's our idiom for today. Our goals framework, we're going over a dozen plus goal frameworks in the annual challenge so we can pick and choose what works for us moving forward throughout the challenge. And today's was called the 5 Principles. It's from 1968, Latham and Latham or something, or I don't know how to pronounce their names, but I'm sure I've been exposed to it. I'm sure I've heard it, but I don't remember ever actually sitting down and setting goals this way. But it's got 5 principles, and they are clarity, which is a lot like SMART goals, clear, measurable, easy to understand. Challenge, we want a stretch goal, goals that are a little bit of a challenge, because things that are a challenge for us, we work toward achieving. If it's super easy or comes too easy, we don't want to do it. Commitment is the 3rd principle. The 4th is feedback, meaning check back and see how you're doing. Are you making progress toward what you want or not? And finally, the complexity of the tasks. And the older I get, the more I've learned the value of simplifying, and keeping things simple. So many times we make our lives so much harder than they have to be because we make them complex, when if we boil things down to the simplest format, usually that's all is required to get what we want and to create success in any area of our life. If it's relationships, financial, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, any communication, the simpler the communication, the more straightforward, the more honest, the better the message gets through usually. But we will speak in big words, convoluted terms. We'll use idioms and similes and all kinds of metaphors, thinking that we're being clear, but we're really adding confusion. All right, that's all I've got today. I have got to figure out what I'm going to do about content creation and video sharing going forward. Any tips and advice for me, please hit me up. If you happen to be an expert in this, definitely hit me up. And I guess my criteria are, if I can do it on my Android phone, that's best. And I've researched this a lot. I just haven't decided on any one thing, primarily because I have vision challenges and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time and energy trying to figure out some complex technical thing. The best solution might be that I have a VA and I hire a VA to set it up for me so that I can just move forward and do the recording. I don't know. Figure it out today. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.